Hey now, this is my meat. And this is my buddy's meat. And together, we're going to put them in one smoker. My Pit Boss 700 FB, to be precise. So I have smoked a very sizable brisket in that smoker before, but this is the first time that I have attempted to put two of them inside that smoker. I am pretty sure they're going to fit, and I'm excited to see how this turns out. So let's get started with that. Now, before I actually start to play with this meat, I do need to make up just sort of a little basic rub here. I know that there are sort of varying opinions on whether you just go like salt and pepper or whatever, or something incredibly complicated. I'm going with something just a little bit in between. So let's make something. 1 cup of paprika, 1/4 cup of kosher salt, 1/3 cup of turbinado sugar or just cane sugar, 1/4 cup of garlic powder, 1/4 cup of ground black pepper, and I'll give that a little mix. So there's our rub, and if I wind up needing more, I'm just going to make more in the exact same ratio. So I will point out that both of these briskets that my friend and I picked up separately with no prior communication are exactly 14.5 pounds. So that's really convenient for this whole process here. I'm just going to get these out of the cryovac bags and cleaned up a little bit with some paper towels so we can take a look at them. Putting my black gloves on so you know I mean business. So now I'm just going to trim off a little bit of the excess fat cap that's on here. So I didn't remove a whole lot here. I do want to take these and put them fat side down on the smoker. My idea there is that it'll probably be hotter below than it will be on top, and that will just help protect this meat just a little bit, and having that extra fat on the bottom won't be a problem, and if anything, if it's hotter, it's just going to melt more of it off. So it'll kind of protect this top part. Well, now that I have both of these briskets trimmed up here, I've got my rub, and it is time to season them. I've just got them in the, well, one of them at a time in this large meat tub. That's going to help catch any splash off of this seasoning here. So just give everything a nice light coating. So I just had to make up a little bit extra of that rub, and that was enough to coat everything here. So I've got both these briskets in the tub, and it's time to head out to the smoker. Oh, here we are. Oh, you can see where my poor little Pit Boss requires a little bit of TLC. That's coming up soon. So now we're going to get these into the smoker here. Here we are in the smoker. Now, as you can tell, it is nighttime. It's going to be nice and cool tonight. I'm actually just going to leave these on here until the morning, and then I'm going to come out first thing and fire this up. The world is my refrigerator right now. Bright and early the next day here, I'm just getting ready to fire up the smoker. I am going to put in my Meter Plus probe as well as my Inkbird probe. I'm going to try the two of these at the same time. And let's go. For these briskets, I'm using the Pit Boss Competition Blend pellets. Now that we've got smoke, we're just going to turn this up to 250. And within just a couple of minutes, we are at temp. All right, the smoke begins. Whoa, after a few hours, take a look at these briskets. Coming along nicely here. All right, keep doing your thing, baby. We are 6 hours in here. Woo! Look at these briskets. Cool. I am probably going to try to flip them over here just so we can see what the underside looks like. All right, I needed both my hands for that. So here we are. Look at these. We have a little bit of nice bark developing there. I'm going to let this go for a little bit longer here before I play with it again. Here we are, 8 hours in. And I think I'm at the point here where we want to take these off, get them wrapped up in some foil, get a little liquid with them here. Let's just bring it on over. Now, when doing this, I find the world's largest spatula is of great use. Just like that. Get this folded up a bit. Little hole for my wireless probe. Now I've got sort of a modified version of my J-Spray here. So this is just 50-50 bourbon and maple syrup. I'm going to get half of that on there, so it'll be 100 mils of liquid. Get a little bit more foil over this and get it back on the smoker. All right, so we're at temp. Just killed the heat here on the smoker, and we're gonna let these cool down. So these have cooled down. It's time to take them inside and get them sliced up. Well, and here we are, just unwrapping these sweet briskets. Whew. Right, time to get my serious black gloves going on here. So once again, you know we mean business. Got these gloves on. Gonna pull up my probes here. Just sliding right out. And oh, whew, that's some tender jiggle. Fantastic. All right, let's slice some brisket. go. Do you think I'm gonna squeeze this? No, because I don't want any moisture to get out. That's all for me. But, oh, she's looking lovely. Oh, eat a bite of that.
Carve off a chunk here.
So this method here is a great way to get like a good balance between a decently crispy bark, but still a really, really nice moist brisket. I think I'm going to take one of these and just go hide away somewhere. So those briskets were an absolute delight. After dinner, I just let them cool down. I cut them up into meal-sized portions, vacuum sealed, and in the freezer for a nice weekday meal. I really like the process that I use there, but I do realize there are many different processes and recipes that people like. But that wasn't the point of this video. The point was, could I get 2 decent-sized briskets onto the Pit Boss 700 FB and cook them well? And the answer is yes. It definitely handled it. I don't think I could have fit much more on there, but almost 30 pounds of brisket on it, that's a massive win. So anyway, fun times, and until next time, keep it at 11.